Hey, driver. Sorry about all that mess with Oppie. There's no question. Oppie is a once-in-a-generation genius. I've watched her manipulate wavelengths with nanometer precision without batting an eye. So, yeah, to see her go from being the sharpest person in the room to what she is now is disappointing. This place, it leeches away your sanity day by day. So for Oppie to live here in complete isolation, locked away with only bad memories and expired medication, nothing good comes of that.
That is not good.
I'd feel a hell of a lot better if I knew why she suddenly cares so much about the remnants.
Speaking of Oppie, you're not gonna like this, Francis, but I'm starting to think we can't do this alone. Look, it's not that I doubt our abilities, but no one knows the zone like that old bat.
You heard what she
This
said.
is very true.
She'll sabotage this remnant before helping us.
Right.
Well, she'll come around to our charms.
No, she won't. Nothing in the 13 years we spent in R&D proved that she's open to working with anyone. She dug her heels in so deep that she wrestled everyone down into the grave with her. I can't be involved if she is.
What are you talking about?
This is the entire reason we stayed behind, to write the record of the zone. Not about the experiments and the technology, but to tell the legends of the land.
I don't want anything to do with her. I don't want to talk to her. I don't want her advice. I don't want to hear her goddamn voice.
Don't be a
This
wuss.
isn't like you. What's going on, Francis? Is there something I
Come on,
should know?
Francis.
No.
All your work in Lim R&D, all the time you spent, your entire career, your entire life. You sacrificed it all for Ada, and how did they thank you? With a black hole in your resume, where you can't tell anyone what you did.
You wouldn't even tell people where you wiped your ass for 10 years. So no, I'm not letting this go. Not for me, but especially not for you.
That's not... Never mind.
You know,
Got two
sometimes I
dumpster
wonder
pearls. Those are actually
how
pretty
much of the
useful.
stay here was actually to hunt these legends. Or if it was because you had nowhere else to go.
And here we are at Junction D1 Battery Farm. The Myers Arta site.
Are you ready,
Okay.
driver?
Oh
Okay,
shoot,
first
my
off,
health is
I've
low.
loaded up 3 locations on your ARC device map.
See them? Head to whichever strikes your fancy.
You're sending them to the visions?
Sure am. We're gonna use this.
My optical vassalizer. We shouldn't use that.
Why not?
I mean, it's been decades. No way that thing is in any sort of working shape.
I've been fixing her up in secret, and I'm sorry. Don't be mad. It's gonna be a surprise for your birthday. Oh, I've gone ahead and made an itty-bitty modification to your headset, driver. I've hooked up the basalizer here to modulate your scan function. Think of it like an extra layer of mayonnaise on your technology sandwich.
What are you using the vassalizer for?
No spoilers. We have to tell the story from the beginning. Driver, get ready to feast your eyes on
What the heck is the
the
basilizer?
visions.
What? Okay, we're fixing up the car before we go on. So we need to charge it. I got this thing, a plasma charger. Equip it. So the funny thing, I think the anomalies can sometimes give you items. I was using the scrapper tool to tear apart something earlier, and next thing I know, that tool I just used fell from the sky, and I looked behind me and there was one of the mannequin anomalies. So if that's a thing, that's pretty cool. I need to go and scan a whole bunch of visions, and then I need to go dumpster diving and to see what I can find. Okay. Don't know what that means. And I don't know what the basilizer is either. But, let's see here. I'm gonna go here. So I'll see you guys when I get there.
Oh, this is where your theory comes in, Francis. You tell him. Oh, look at me babbling away. Francis, you explain it. It's so good.
No, it's just... I'd rather not.
Hey, come
Oh.
on, we talked about this. You should be proud of your work. Toot your own horn.
Not this time.
Okay, well, Francis's theory, his entire branch of research was that the zone exhibits a property seen nowhere else on Earth.
Every phenomena that occurs here leaves its fingerprint forever on the physical space. So he created this device to pick up on these sub-physical after effects. How did you explain it? It was like identifying a whale's favorite color using only the wake it leaves behind. The rest was science mumbo-jumbo.
It's a form of electromagnetic imprint. Anyway, it was a long time ago.
And what a better time than now to try it again?
Okay, here we are at one of the murals that we need to scan. I'm assuming that we need to climb all the way up these stairs, or no, we don't. Here's the mural. Scan it. The Great Pile.
Up. You know, if you catch the mural at the right angle, when the moon is right overhead, you can spot the helmsman's body in one of the boats.
No chance. It's a paint smudge, nothing more.
Believe me, it's true. I've seen it.
Okay. Okay. I wonder if we
is
can
it just
climb
me,
up
or did
there.
this mural look different before?
Probably the
No.
instability messing with the paint over time.
not.
It's been decades after all.
Nah, something's definitely off. Hey, where's our old notes from when we took a field trip out that way? Driver, why don't you go ahead to the next one while we investigate this?
Okay, to the next mural we go. What the heck? Canned food?
No, I'm telling you, the helmsman never made it out of the zone.
What?
He died here.
Not this again. I still don't know why
A
you're so
ghost just
convinced
gave
they
us canned
existed in the
food.
first place.
Driver, back me up here. This is how the story goes. It was the winter of '72. A ship set sail down the Columbia River 100 miles east of here. The helmsman was overcome by bad weather, and while in a particularly foggy patch,
And bad weather's
the boat
happening.
hit something, and the impact threw
my
him from
goodness.
the deck. When he woke up, he was on a boat on this very lake, smack in the middle of the zone, with no idea how he got there. He had with him a ridiculous amount of cash and paid anyone and everyone to get him out of the zone. But no matter how he tried to leave, on foot, in a transport, he would always head
we need
into
to turn
fog
around.
and reemerge on another boat. At last count, the great pileup was 20 boats high and 30 boats wide.
A limb duplication glitch, nothing more.
And you, of all people, blaming Lim Tech instead of a good old-fashioned mystery?
It doesn't add up. Artist's favorite pastime was carting people out of the zone. How could someone actually fail to escape? And a mysterious man with a backpack full of cash, and the one place he can't spend it. Seems awfully fishy to me.
Fair enough. That's a good point that he's making. And here we are at the next mural. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get out. Yep. Of course we can get out. That's a dumb thing to say. Let's see if we can scan it. That's also a dumb thing to say. We can scan it.
Ah, the
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot mural. My personal favorite. Oh, did you see that, Francis? Oh boy, Francis! Look!
Ooh,
Look here.
get
It's
ourselves
different from
some
our sketch
swamp
when we
coral.
visited in '82.
It's all scrambled, but the shape seems familiar. If you tilt your head, doesn't that kind of look like Mount Olympus?
Oh, Francis, you flippin' genius! It absolutely is. Wait. Let's look back at the first one. What's different there?
That shape right there, is that Hook Valley?
Holy smokes! Oh, wait, pull up all the topographical maps of the peninsula. if we look around the areas where you'd get that view of Mount Olympus. See, Francis? I told you your basilizer would work.
I don't think this is the Basilisers doing.
Driver, we're on to something. Get to that third vision.
What is happening? Is somebody painting the murals? Is there another person in the zone? That could be what's happening.
Driver, if you come across a mushroom like the one in the mural, do not eat it. No matter how tasty it might look.
You should totally eat the mushroom.
You're speaking from personal experience. And let me tell you, it wasn't pretty.
Just thinking about it makes me want to puke all over again. You've
Oh, that poor
probably
guy.
passed the biogenerators by now. They're our source of power in the mid-zone, and one of the best demonstrations of renewable limb tech. Yes, these battery farms keep our lights on, but more importantly, they're also the only place in the entire zone where anomalized mushrooms
Ooh,
grow.
unstable anchor
Guess who
energy.
turned out to be the world's biggest fan of those mushrooms? Bigfoot itself. And the vision foretold its arrival in the zone.
It started when those pods hanging from the battery farms were found chewed up. At first, they blamed it on the local wildlife. This was back when we used to have some. Then, the sightings of 10-foot-tall creatures started that didn't attract much attention on their own.
Not until the first footprints were found. The Olympic Peninsula has
Can you-
always
oh my
had a
gosh,
collection of Bigfoot
Bigfoot
sightings.
is in this game?
But they
Can we
were
see
rare
him?
until Bigfoot had its first taste of the anomalized mushrooms. Then it couldn't stay away. And that's when the Squatches came knocking. They jumped the wall, set up camp, and they got to investigating. Once they learned of the Sasquatch's appetite for these mushrooms, they cultivated entire farms of the stuff.
For months, they propagated mushrooms and set traps. And for months,
They were
evidence
they were
mounted that
hunting Bigfoot.
Sasquatch was
Oh my
making
goodness.
its rounds and evading those traps. Until one night, the experts disappeared.
Bigfoot got them, no question.
Come on, all 8 at once? How is that possible?
Never get in the way of a hungry Sasquatch.
Don't get in the way of a hungry Sasquatch, guys, ever.
So about that last vision,
Should we grab that
I can't.
last
You
anchor
can't even look at it. Francis, you explain.
in front of us?
Maybe you've already seen them, driver.
I'm thinking we
A
should.
freestanding bright blue door in its frame, out in the wilderness with nothing around it.
Like, dude, just took
If
my
you do see
door.
one, don't get anywhere close to it.
I don't want to talk about it.
He was pretty close to a doorway when it opened. It's called the inverting doorway. When the door is shut, it's safe. But once in a while, it
What?
opens.
I don't
and
think I've seen an
everything
inverting doorway.
is turned inside out. Its victims are mostly bears, squirrels, and birds. They all go through hell. Meat and bones on the outside, fur and feathers on the inside. It's
Oh my
not
goodness.
fun to see. Once, a group of hikers didn't heed the warning, and
No, we're done here, driver. If you see one, you stay away from it. That's all you need to know. Let's go.
Okay, stay away from inverting doorway if we see one. Oh my goodness. What the heck just happened? Massive frame drop. Give me my door. Give me door. Give it to me. The door back. Where'd that dude go? Now, our zone is very unstable. We need to get going to that other mural, and we need to get out of here. And here we are at the last mural. Let's scan it.
the inverting doorway.
Ugh. I don't like this one.
Oh, bingo!
Alright, guys. So
See that
now,
pattern in the last mural?
we
And
just
that
turn
flower
around.
goes above a certain elevation. Put the
And
three
we're gonna
locations
go
together,
to
and you've got
a gateway.
a square mile in the northeast corner of the deep zone. Huh. The visions were pointing towards something the entire time.
Hey,
Oh,
Hoppy,
shoot.
you can stop pretending to ignore us now. Take a look at this fine work. We've pinned down the location for the source of the mass hallucination. That's where the driver needs to go.
Well,
Well, we
what
can
do
just
you
follow
know?
this.
Well, I knew the basilizer worked. What did I tell you, huh?
Look at that. We can
Still
just follow
doesn't
this
know,
thing
Francis.
to the,
What? Uppy?
what's it called?
Not my story to share.
Oh my goodness, what is happening? I can just follow this tower duber all the way back to the gateway.
My theory, and that basilizer, they're illegitimate.
Wait, what are you saying?
I built that device to prove my imprint theory, and it was on the verge of getting the results I needed. But my research funding was running out. So, I forged the data. Not much, just enough to justify more time. I was so close. I knew the breakthrough was right around the corner. But Arda found out. That's why I was reassigned and my clearance revoked.
Wait, you told me you changed labs voluntarily.
8 years of research with nothing to show for it, and then for that to happen, I couldn't face you.
That doesn't mean your theory is wrong. I still think there's something to it. There's a common thread with some of the remnant stories, like the telephone switchboard, the ones that seem to recall the past somehow. Maybe the remnants access those imprints, read them like a needle in the groove of a record.
Don't. You don't have to do that. It's in the past. I don't care about it anymore.
But listen, I've got this suspicion, right? If we can just get the car to the mass hallucination source, what do we find they can
We
prove
need
theory?
out of here.
It's worth a try, isn't it?
I'm tired of trying, Tobias. I've tried all my life, and it didn't go so well.
Look, I don't have one
Oh,
of those
goodness.
fancy degrees that you and Oppie have. The closest I ever got to science was wiping down your lab benches. But I saw the incredible things that you did with your research.
Yeah, well, Arda didn't think they were incredible.
I don't care about Arda. I believe in you. Always have.
I'm sorry. I can't. I can't do this with her. Oppie led the disciplinary committee that stripped my clearance and demoted me to a glorified intern. She sat there
Oh,
and
goodness.
decided how best to humiliate me. I never asked for anything. This one time I do, so I would never have to talk to Oppie again. You didn't listen. Your remnant was more important than what I wanted.
Francis, I didn't mean...
I've had enough.
Oh, he just got up and walked away.
That's... He'll come around. Sorry, driver.
Oh goodness.
We'll see you back at the auto shop.
Oh goodness. Come on. This is terrifying. Come on, let me up the hill. Dang car. I need to get tires that are better suited for this kind of terrain. Come on. Come on. Car's taking damage, I think. In we go. Hurrah. The visions. We made it, guys. We got a whole bunch of energy,
Interesting thing
too.
about that deep zone area you identified.
I ran every coordinate in that area through the Auto database, and what turns up? But access logs with entry records for Dr. K up through March 1963.
What? No, the doctor died in 1961. And then the lab accident.
So we were told. Then, I found access logs for both that deep zone site and Red Meadow. Years and years worth of activity.
The Red Meadow Research Facility? But it was demolished the same year. After the structural damage caused by the... lied about that too, didn't they?
Ooh,
It appears
they were
so.
liars.
The driver should give the Red Meadow ruins a visit. If Dr. K didn't die that day, I'd like to know what was keeping him so busy.
So would I, but
I can make
do
a
we
plasma
have
scrapper.
time for this? We don't know how long the driver's got with that remnant.
And that's why we need this information. Whatever Dr. K was doing relates to all of this. It may be the key to what
Ooh,
lies at the end
I
of
should
the
make
road for
steel
the
sheets.
driver.
I agree with you. God, I hate saying that.
Driver, I've marked the Red Meadow facility on your route planner. Head there whenever you're ready.
Alright, we're going to be heading out to the Red Meadow Research Facility. Heck yeah. I first need to make the advanced workbench. And go place this down. There we go. Look at that. Oh. It's being built. Fancy schmancy. Okay. So, this will let us unlock more things to make. So what else can we unlock? We can unlock the investigator module, the rapid refill pump, and a parts locker. The parts locker might be very helpful. Carbon fiber glass. That is also probably going to be really helpful. I also really want to get the plasma scrapper. Okay guys, I did some stuff and things. I leveled up the car. I got it completely covered in, well, not completely. Got it mostly covered in lead-plated panels and doors. I got the roof floodlights, and let's see here. I got the backseat tanks, multiple things of side storage. I am actually going to make another side storage rack and put that right there. And then we're going to head on out. We need to move on over to this section of the mid-zone up here in the north, where you've got the southern section of the zone explored. But now we need to come over here. And in order to do that, I am going to have to start exploring some more of these zones. So I'm thinking, honestly guys, I'll see you when I get over here. Alright guys, here we are at Junction C1, Red Meadow Facility, the Scorch, mid-zone. Everything's red, and my car battery is out, and my back tire is also down.
You know, I remember Red Meadow like it was yesterday. You up to your eyeballs in paperwork. Francis coated in chalk dust from the blackboards.
You mistaking my lab notes for a trash pile and throwing away weeks of work?
Yeah, it'd be nice to see it again.
They bulldozed that facility to the ground. There's nothing left to reminisce about.
So, what do we have here? Is that something that we can loot over there? I want to check that out. If not, we're just gonna get all of the unstable anchor beacons. Okay, this is not loot. So we'll just get all of our unstable anchor beacons, and we have to locate Dr. K's lab at Red Meadow. So if we open up the map, we got to go here, and then I wonder if we'll be able to drive right on through if we stay on the road. I guess I'll find out, guys. Oh, gimme. Oh, heck yeah. Now we're... oh my goodness. No. Car. Where? My goodness. Hopefully my car is okay. It is for the most part. Nice. Place our marker down right here. And stay on the road. Guys, I have figured something out. Your car is stronger in reverse than it is going up hills forward. I was not able to get up this hill. Oh my goodness. Get off my car. I can't see. Oh goodness. This is not good. I don't appreciate this. Get off my car. Get off my car. Get off. slime bags. Ugh. They just did a freaking number on me.
How's Francis?
He hasn't left the bedroom.
I'm sorry you didn't know about his demotion. It wasn't my secret to tell.
It's fine. This is between him and me. So, what did Alan tell you about his work? He was second in command of
Dr. K's lab, after all.
Alan didn't discuss his work with me, nor did I share mine with him.
Wait, you were head of the whole stinking department. You must have known something about what their lab was doing.
If there was anything useful to be found, I'd have sussed it out already. Well, that's all I did after the accident. Try and fail to find any answers.
What the heck is this thing? Sap compressor. What? Thermosap crystal. Oh my goodness. Oh, the anomalies are giving me scrap metal, guys.
Dr. K's lab has got to be here somewhere.
Dr. K's access records were coded to the lab that used to be here.
I'm feeling less optimistic by the second. Not a scour this place clean.
Something's here. We just can't see it.
Oh, following a hunch. Not your usual MO, Oppie.
No, but being suspicious of Arda is.
Whoa, driver, hang on. Where are you going? That should have been the end of the facility.
According to the blueprints, anyway.
Ooh.
Security protocol activated. Scan
Whoa.
Arda's security credentials immediately.
Well, well. After all these years, and Arda still has something to hide.
We're definitely onto something now.
Driver, anything you find down there, scan and transmit it back to us. We'll work on disengaging the security protocol.
Break the plasma generator because the plasma is mine. And figure out what all of the... Ooh, experiment data. Arda data report. What does this say? Classified
Okay,
Arda research
here's
material.
something. This thing in the deep zone, they called it the Well.
Oh, fantastic. Tobias, run those reports through the decryptor and see what you can find.
What the heck is that thing? Search research platforms for scannable lab data. Okay, well, that looks like a research platform over there. And here we are at the next research platform. Does this say more? I'm assuming they're all going to say
Oh,
classified.
you'll like this, Tobias. Your remnant origin story, if you will.
Let me guess. You're about to ruin a good urban legend with a bunch of science.
Fine, I'll read this one myself. Nice work, Driver. We'll review these and summarize our findings after.
Give me that research data. And this here plasma.
These lab notes are complete gibberish.
One left, I
What about these
think.
diagrams, though? It looks like he was trying to convey something.
You can admire the doctor's newfound art skills all you want. You won't find anything useful in them.
I think this is the last one, guys.
This is a decrypted record of the accident. Oppie, are you sure you want to hear this? It's got details about Alan's final moments.
It's been over 30 years. I'm past ready. Go on, Driver. Keep snooping and see what else you can find.
Oh, no, I guess there's one more. Oh, here we are. Is this the last one? Or do we still have another one?
Alan's lab notes. Maybe my late husband sent us something useful from the grave after all.
Oh, that noise does not sound very good.
Give us a moment, we'll let you know what we found in all this data. Make your way back to the auto shop after you're done scouring the place. And Driver,
What's up with
Thank
my
you.
headlights? Why are they toggling? Is my battery low? No. My battery is not low. Why are they talking like... Oh goodness. Drive to the stabilized access road. Yeah, we need to get out of here.
Were created in Dr. K's lab. They aimed to create a trigger for activating the well. By infusing objects with a carefully calibrated limb wave, the ones that shared a resonant frequency would...
Yeah, just get to the good stuff.
You know, you'd be a much better ghost hunter if it weren't for that unfortunate attention span. Reading this makes it obvious how the remnants ended up in the wild.
Wait, what? How?
The gamma ray surge that caused the mass hallucination event. That energy irradiated everything within a 10-mile radius. Objects with the right characteristics absorbed that energy and became the remnants people found out in the zone.
Wow. Francis would get a kick out of that one. I'll tell him later.
I've reviewed Dr. K's lab notes. And now we know what he was doing in that lab after the accident. Spinning in circles for years.
His injuries were real. Dr. K's radiation exposure should have been fatal.
And the minute he could stand on his feet again, Arda shuttled him right back to his lab and bid the monkey to dance.
They allowed him to carry on in the hopes that he would reproduce anything useful. He worked for 2 whole years before they quietly retired him from his post.
Sorry we scrambled your brain. Here's your pension. Bye. You got that accident record ready, Tobias? It's time.
Okay then. September 14, 1961. Arda's finalized report on what happened that night. Dr. K and Alan were testing the activation potential of lab-created remnants. That night was a run-of-the-mill remnant test. Nothing out of the ordinary. The remnant in question was a tungsten cube. At 3:23 a.m., the cube was brought towards the well. The well reacted at nominal levels.
Okay, we're back. So, what's gonna happen now?
Now we go into the deep zone. Easy peasy.
Oh,
Except
now we go
for
into
the
the
issue of the old
deep
wall.
zone.
Right, yeah.
That. You got some genius idea up your sleeve?
My
huh?
garage, littered
how you
with
think it works?
pieces.
That scientists conjure up genius at will.
Well, yeah. Do you?
Well, in this case, I do. But don't expect it to work like that every time. Driver, the quarantine checkpoints will be the best way through the old wall, but they're death traps in their own right. But I designed something to help. Check out the blueprints I sent over.
Okay, what'd she send over? In Oppie's pneumatube, the rough diagram provides all the instructions you need to assemble a new invention. Limb shield. What?
The old anomalies took up residence in the crossing points. It's not enough to have a shield. The shield itself needs to be shielded.
The energy drain on that shield is massive. It won't last you more than 5 seconds.
Yes, and?
You'll need to recharge on the go.
Goodness.
The deep zone's grid is completely dark.
You know, what if we could reroute our power into the deep zone? But we'd need to jumpstart the network somehow.
That car is basically the
Okay,
world's
where
most
does the limb
overpowered
shield go?
electromagnet on wheels. The driver induces a current, then you open the electrical floodgates.
They'd have to induce the current the entire way through the old wall while making the crossing and maintaining speed.
I don't know what to tell you.
Ah,
If you don't believe the
I'm gonna
driver in
replace
that
my
car's
front
got what it
bumper
takes by now, then go back to hunting ghosts. We've
with
got
a
a
limb
job to do
shield.
here.
This could work. Are you in, Francis?
I don't know.
Look, we have a real chance of losing everything at the old wall.
I'd like to not fail this far along.
How can we know this will work?
We don't. That's how science works. We form a theory, and we test it, and we fail, and fail, and fail, and only sometimes do we succeed.
Come on, Francis. Please?
Fine.
Please,
I'll do it.
Francis?
All right. The team is assembled.
Nice work on that limb shield, driver. We'll have the power grid prepped by the time you reach the old wall.
Heck yeah. And I will see you guys there in the next video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you then. Toodaloo.